Welcome to the Black Voice with Jay Clark. This will be a call-in show featuring you. Links will be provided on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for you to call in and send in questions, comments, and thoughts about current events with our people and, of course, about the show. After the unfortunate events that led to the death of George Floyd, there is nothing more important than community and togetherness. We're going to bridge the gap between young and old. Together, we will figure out a way to move forward after this tragedy. Love one another and tell one brother and one sister about the Black Voice with Jay Clark. We're going to do it the right way. Together, we rise. Welcome back to the Black Voice. I appreciate you joining me this week. Thank you for all the new listeners. Thank you for all the returning listeners. Today we will have our first edition of the call-in show, where we let the people call in and let us know what's on their mind. And this is how we begin to bridge the gap in communication in Black culture, where we begin to bridge the gap between young and old. And I'm excited to share with you guys what's on the mind of others. We have marched, we have protested, we have looted in some instances. Now it's time to push the culture forward. What are we going to do next? These are the only questions on the table. This is the Black Voice with Jay Clark. Stay tuned.
So I'm a non-Black person, but I've been raised by Black culture. I've been raised by Black people. Black life has been a part of my life, and I would not be the person that I am if it wasn't for this culture. So as a non-Black person that wants to support and wants to show unity in this, I want to know, what can other non-Black people do to help this fight right now with the protests? What can we do to help? And outside of this, when this is all over, what can we do to contribute and make sure that this isn't a lost fight at the end of the day? Educate us, both Black people and non-Black people, some valuable resources that we can use to support this cause and actually contribute beyond just giving $1 somewhere random. And what can we do in our day-to-day life? Because obviously not laughing at Black jokes or saying that that wasn't cool isn't enough. We got to put our foot down and say this is over. Not just that joke wasn't funny, but this whole thing is over. What can we do?
I feel you, brother. And I can honestly say I feel your passion, brother. I feel your passion. You say you're non-Black. I say you sound Latino. But, beside the point, I appreciate you, man. I would say it starts in your inner circle, man. We don't necessarily have to build a monument. You know what I mean? Just talk to your family, your close friends, when they're saying things that are hateful, that are hurtful, based on someone's differences. Correct them, show them how you think. Show them why, those things are wrong, why it's wrong to say those things and to think that way. And I think that will start a kind of a domino effect in our society when people start correcting the ones that are in front of them. When you correct it at home, people act differently out and about. So that's what I would say to that, man. But I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Shout out to Justin. Appreciate you having a voice on here. Ottaway Larson speaking to y'all. We got to band together, y'all. We got to stick together more than ever now. Over 100 years, since 1920, have we been going through this type of hate, racism. We tired of it. I'm all for rioting. I'm not for the looting. If we want to loot the banks, loot the police stations, and loot the courthouses. But we got to come together as a people and realize this is not a race thing. This is a us thing. Not a black versus white. Not a citizen versus cop. But we the people versus the government. The sooner we can come to that, the sooner we can really make a change. Y'all be blessed.
That's unedited black passion. And to keep it real with you, that's how a lot of people feel. And I said it from the jump, we're going to keep it real on this show. People hurting, man. And it's like, if we don't provide some way for a connection between the people, we're running haywire. And I'm hoping from this can come something tangible, an organization, a system, a link, that can, and not even necessarily from this. I just mean in general, man. And I will hope that this can contribute, because there is a missing link in communication in black culture. There's no arguing that. If someone wants to tell me where I can find it, please tell me. We have the church. But folks are lost, man. Folks are past just needing church. The Most High is the Most High. Do not get me wrong. But we have to do our part too. We have to do our part here on earth. We have to bridge the gap here on earth, or we're running haywire. Appreciate the call in, brother.
Hello, everyone. This is Oakland, California, coming to you from the perspective of a dock worker. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the awesome host holding the space for all of us. I'm excited to get in contact with people, black people from around the country. This is about the first step to real racial unity, and it wouldn't happen at this time in this way without him. So I want to say thank you. I'd like to keep the positivity going and express my own excitement for this hectic time period, as counterintuitive as it sounds. From my perspective, things haven't changed that much. The fascist, evil regime of the American government is imposing the genocide of the black people the way it always has, while catering to the gun-toting psychopath terrorists that are on the radical right. There's only been one drastic change to people's behavior recently, and it's that we've decided to start fighting back. We took to the streets, whether the intent was to protest or to be destructive. It's all in the name of a black life, which I think is amazing. It's something that we haven't seen in a long time and is more than necessary. I suppose the major point that I want to get across is an understanding of the fear that the black people have at this moment. That it's not a fear that we haven't had before, that isn't a reality for our life already. And I want to challenge the black community to take the fear that it has of this hectic time period and of these things that are happening to us and pick them up and put them in our bag and walk with them the way we always have. It's one of the most amazing things that black people do, is hold hope for the change of the future. In a world, in a country, and on a planet that isn't really designed for our success, we still hope and we fight and we pray for change. I can understand a black person's fear of the future, fear of what change could actually mean. But change is a positive thing, especially for us in this position that we are now. It can't really get any worse. And change is a necessity. We need to make things different for ourselves. And the only way we do that is the way we're doing it now. The excitement is there, the fear is there, and those are both real things and need to be acknowledged in their own right. But the change is also there, and that's something I'm both excited and afraid about. The future is unknown, and it makes sense to be afraid and excited about it. But we can't let these things debilitate us or freeze us. My father always told me that there are two types of fear: the type that moves you and the types that stops you. There's only one bad type.
Thank you so much for that call in, man. And I can echo near everything that was said right there. You know, there is a certain amount of fear that's present within the Black mind right now, but it's exciting to me. I truly feel us turning the tide. I truly feel us breaking away. And it starts with changing our mindset, whether one by one, you know, and spreading that within each other, or a mass movement. We have to change how we think. You know, it's not the end of the world. We do have opportunity. The playing field is even, and hope is alive. You know, you can't take hope from the Black body. I feel that. There's nothing in between us and success. We have the opportunity right now, where the playing field is even, to really make change for our people, to really set up our future generations to be in a better place. 400 years, y'all. It's time out for fear. It's time out for living in fear. It's time out for not believing we can do something because of the color of our skin, not believing we can go certain places because of the color of our skin. There's nothing holding us back between where we are and where we want to be other than ourselves, on an individual basis and on a collective basis. We have everything we need. I know my brothers, I know my sisters out there, talented out this world, but a lot of us just won't move. Now is the time, whether individually or collectively, we have to move. If you don't have a team with you, move. If you have a team with you, move. We cannot stop. And together we rise. Appreciate the call in, brother. Overall, man, I see, like I said, brightness and positivity for the future of our people. And, you know, I think that we're going to have the support of everyone. This is the first situation, cop killing, where, you know, there was no kickback. There was no, he was resisting, or he should have been this, he should have done that. There is no kickback as far as what Mr. Floyd could have been doing in the last seconds of his life. It's clear that the police were in the wrong on this one. The state of Minnesota has filed a civil suit against its own city's police department. You know, this is getting serious. You know, there's been a representative from Indianapolis who's filed a formal complaint against the United States through the United Nations. You know, these are things that are not surface level moves, man. Things are about to get real interesting in our country and our society. You know, these are events that create real change and real accountability and put real notice, you know, on the people involved, because we can't be silenced on this one. Not this one. We've been protesting for going on 2 weeks, guys. Like, we're not stopping this time. Now, ultimately, will the man responsible for George Floyd's death be put behind bars? Personally, I doubt it. I would love to see it, but personally, I doubt it. You know, it's unfortunate. I hope he does. I hope that we get real justice on this one. But that's not what I'm after. That's not the objective. The objective is change. The objective is a new future, a new world, for our people, for my people. It's not about convictions. It's not about the headline. It's not about any of that. It's about true change. It's about being pulled over and not having to face a grip of anxiety that I may lose my life today. I am not an anxious person. When I get pulled over by police, I am very anxious. I can't settle down. I know that this situation could be life or death, regardless of the reason why I got pulled over, regardless of what's in my car, regardless of the truth. My life is in danger anytime I face a police. Now that is unfortunate, but it's reality. And I don't want to say we have to accept it, but we do have to be mindful of it. It's a bad place that we're in right now. And we can only hope that this situation brings about real change going forward. Not just headlines, not just tweets, not just hashtags. Real change going forward. Episode 4 coming up Thursday, people. We will have our second feature interview with Miss Artenice Myrick, Miss Angel. And I look forward to sharing with you guys our conversation. Once again, we thank you for all the initial support, man. I really need y'all to get in tune with the voice box. Just let me know what's on your mind, man, about society, about the show. Give us some ways we can push the culture forward, man, for our people. Anchor.fm/BlackVoiceJ, hit message. Go ahead, drop your thoughts in there, man. Look forward to hearing from you. This is the Black Voice with Jay Clark. Together we rise. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Black Voice with Jay Clark. Remember, this show is about us, and ain't no us without you. To be featured on the show, go follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at BlackVoiceJ, and submit your thoughts and opinions at Anchor.fm/BlackVoiceJ. We love to hear from you. There is power in numbers, there is power in communication, and together we shall surely rise. This is the Black Voice with Jay Clark. Peace.
Yes, I do.